Hello, hello, Angie Grimes, your spiritual architect, here to talk with you about Elevate Your Alignment with Human Design for the week of October 3rd, 2018. I wanted to talk with you a little bit about human design. Human design is actually the blueprint of your human existence, aligned with your divine self to know the truth of you. I wanted to share with you a little bit today about why I chose human design as a tool to use to help move myself and my energy through different levels of elevation. And the story is maybe goes back a little ways, but have you ever been in a situation that you're in a group setting, or you actually paid for a course because you wanted to learn more about your subject matter, and the way in which other people were absorbing it and or the way that they were interacting with it, it seemed to be really beneficial for them, and for you, you kind of felt like it really wasn't aligned with you. And this happened to me several times actually over the course of my life, and I began to really question not the teachings or the information that people are providing, but really what the distinction was in my life that maybe these weren't working for me. And when I found human design, the beauty that I found in it was that it actually does tell you the unique distinctions for who you are, what your purpose is, and how you're to best operate in the world to achieve those things. So clearly we all know that not everyone is equal or the same in any way, and so it made sense to me that we would all have perhaps a different way to interact in situations that would lead us to a higher and better version of the expression of the energy. So that's why I found human design. And when I got into my human design aspects, I was really drawn to the fact that it gave me some permission to just simply be who I was. I don't know that there was a ton of things that I was totally shocked about, that it was like, oh, I've never heard that or experienced that for myself. But it did actually give me the confidence to live within those energy expressions that my human design said that I would be experiencing, and I had been experiencing for many, many times. If you're just jumping on, I want to say hi. If you could say hi in the comments, that would be great. If you're watching the replay, I would love to know that as well. So just pop replay into those comments. And I'm going to get started on what the energy expression is this week. And we're working out of gate 48, which is the gate of the well. I actually have this gate in my chart, so I'm very familiar with it. I've actually encountered it over the course of my life more than once, unfortunately. Or fortunately, right? That's how it works. Fortunately, I've encountered it. I've encountered it more than once. And what this energy expression is it really just means that you are a great well, and there's immense depth to who you are and to the experiences that you've come here for. Now, knowledge and learning is one of your very most important facets in life, and it's really the desire to find out how deep you go. And I will tell you, it's limitless. You go limitless. People come to draw from you and the information, and they want to tap into the resources that you bring to the expression of life. And I know that when I was much younger, I lived many of my relationships and the expressions of those relationships kind of on a surface level. And I have, over the course of probably the past decade, I really deepened my relationship with myself, which has inspired me to deepen my relationships with others. So, hello, good to see you. And the deeper you choose to go with this energy this week, the closer you're going to get to your source of fulfillment. So I really encourage you to dig down into that well and find the light that's in there. Of course, as always, there's a lower expression of energy and a higher expression of energy, and I will tell you that this week is really interesting. The lower expression of energy that I've kind of circled with pretty much most of my life is inadequacy. And that inadequacy manifests in many ways, but it's really, for me personally, been a situation that what I do or what I say is not good enough. And I would love to know if you guys experience this as well, but as I've expressed this, I've recognized that it's not good enough in my own mind's eye. It's not good enough. It doesn't mean that other people are necessarily even feeling that. I think that I feel my own internal pressure of what is quote unquote good enough, and trying to make that an expression into the world has been really difficult. So, the highest expression of this energy is wisdom. And what happens when you gain all of this knowledge is that you take that knowledge and you have experience behind it and you turn it into wisdom. So I know that people suggest this all the time. The way to get through the fear of inadequacy is to really step through the fear and move into a space that you're actually experiencing, because once you experience it, there will be proof that what you know and your knowledge and your wisdom is in fact warranted and is in fact good enough for you to step into the spotlight of your well. So I know that this can be a challenging situation. There definitely are tools and tactics, but it requires really a coherence between your heart of knowing and your mind of thinking. And that's ultimately what all of these expressions of energy are, from the low expression to the high expression. It's really where you're working from within that coherence. You also have a need to engage in activities that you are learning, refreshing your interests, and that's going to bring you continued expansion in your life. We are all here to learn. We are all students. We are all teachers. And I think that no matter what level of life we're at or what we're working through, we're moving into a space that we are helping others up as people are uplifting us. And that's really what community is all about, right? It's really what relationships are all about. It's about the uplifting and support, and it's about pulling others up with you. And I think that that's the highest expression that we can have in a community. So again, what feels right and good for you in your heart? Get the knowledge, but really you have to step through the fear of not being adequate. And this means you don't need 15 degrees, and you don't need 20 years of study, and you don't need all of the things that we think we need to really step through and shine in our light. You are a powerful being just in your being, and I want you to recognize that this week by going incredibly deep within your well and fishing around for that light inside. What makes you shine? I hope you guys have an amazing week. I loved all of the hearts and the comments. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys soon. Have a good one.